You want to make sure that it's functioning properly. You want to make sure that it's that the discharge itself is working properly, because if the discharge isn't working, the sump pump isn't getting water out from the house. If the sump pump isn't working properly and is clogged at the bottom, it's also not getting water out of the house itself. If the sump pump doesn't get it out of the house, it will flood the basement. For a homeowner itself, the proper way to clean would be, you can take a small broom or a brush, and you can get in there with either a bucket of water or a hose, get the sump pump wet, and you just want to scrub all the sediment and debris off of it and make sure that the bottom of the basin is clear. For a professional, they want to take the sump pump out of the basin. They want to clean the blades at the bottom. They want to clean the float, make sure that there's no debris or sediment on the floats itself, and they want to make sure that the float continues to go up freely. So the first two things that always go out on a sump pump is either one, the float switch, or two, the bearings. The bearings itself go out if the sump pump stays dry for too long. The bottom of the basins need water in them to keep the blades and the bearings lubricated, so that way they don't seize up when you go a long period of time without water. A sump pump itself, with the new technology that they have with sump pumps, they typically last between 5 and 10 years. Age is one of them, depending on how it's been maintained through the years. Noise and rust itself, at the bottom of the pump itself is rusted out and it's causing odors. You want to get it replaced because you don't want it to go out during a storm itself. If you have standing water in the pump itself, that means the pump's not working at all. Here at KC Pier, we do not sell a sump pump without a battery backup. There's 3 reasons for it. One is if the main pump goes out, you have a secondary pump that will kick on and work until you can repair the main pump or get it replaced, so that way the basement doesn't flood. 2 is when you have a power outage, you have an additional pump that's running off its own independent battery that can run anywhere from 3 to 5 days without power. And the third one is very, very rare, but it could happen, is if the main pump cannot keep up with the water that's coming in, the backup pump will kick on and you'll have 2 pumps working at the same time to keep the basement dry. The sump pump discharge is very important. The distance from the house to the discharge outlet doesn't really matter as long as it's positive grade away from the house and it's not recycling itself. It can be 5 feet, it can be 35 feet. You just want to make sure that it is far enough away that when the water's coming out of the outlet, it is running away from the house itself.